in Progreda, you're able to do that. And I think that has been a really cool feature for me personally.
I want to change lives. I want to show people how to progress in their money. I want to show people how to progress in their mindset. I want to show people how to progress in their brand so that way they can take care of their family, take care of their finances, and experience freedom.
All right. Thank you, Benny, for joining us for our Progreda podcast, where we're showcasing our clients using our platform, their stories and successes. So do you mind introducing yourself and what you do?
Absolutely. So my name is Benny Salas. I go by the coaching guy. I'm an executive coach, speaker coach, and the course creator for the Speak More Academy, where we work with entrepreneurs, speakers, and coaches to build and grow their mission, message, and mindset. I have been doing this as a speaker, I've been doing this for 26 years. As a course creator, probably 26 days. No, I'm just kidding. We've been developing content for years, but now we've formalized it into an actual thing in the Speak More Academy. And I've been coaching for 12 years, and we've worked with a lot of amazing folks, just helping them in areas where I believe they're going to make a big change and transformation in the world. And so I'm excited to be on here. I think this is one of the most amazing teams out there and doing such great work, and they have been instrumental in helping me to bring my vision to life. So yeah, thank you guys so much for what you guys do, and excited to be on this podcast.
Awesome. Great to hear. So what got you into coaching?
Yeah, my journey kind of started, I would say, even before I became a certified coach, and even before I stepped into my first role as a coach. It kind of started back when I was just working in the faith-based world. I was a youth pastor for many years and worked with different youth, and it always felt like I was not technically coaching them, but I was always mentoring them. And I think mentoring and coaching kind of follow along in like this continuum of like development. Like a larger responsibility is coaching. Maybe you start off mentoring. And so I got into it officially in 2000, and I would say 2011, when I got hired by the United Way to be a financial coach. And that was life changing for me because it really gave me a sense of purpose and identity. Where like I wasn't sure, was it ministry? Was it working in business? And so this was that like step right before that. And so I started to do coaching, and we probably coached probably well over 500 to 1,000 clients during my 4-year career there. And it made me feel confident about coaching. And so we learned this modality, right, called the coactive model. And so in 2015, I went and got trained as a certified professional coactive coach. And then I became certified with the International Coaching Federation as a professional coach. And so I actually took the journey even further, and I went and got trained. I actually went and studied as how to become a coach. And I wanted to really impact people's lives. And I felt like coaching was the way to do that. And so that's what kind of kicked off my career. And then in 2016, my job did me a favor and said, "Today's your last day," and that's when I knew it was time to start my own coaching business. And that's the inception of that coaching guy.
That's that was life telling you got to do it now. So as you started coaching, what what changed that made your business go, from here to here? Like what made it grow? Where did you see that change, or what did you implement to see that?
Yeah, I think what made my business grow at the time was me. I would love to say that it was this like one thing that I did, but I think I was trying so many different things. I think I was trying corporate, I was trying one-on-ones, and I was trying, this type of client, and I could help here. I think what helped me was to continually stay in the space of coaching, right? To continually focus on the type of coaching that I did, the brand, how I showed up in the world. And I think when you do that, I think you'll figure out the niche. I think you'll figure out, what your messaging is. I think you'll figure those things out. And sometimes it's not clear up from, when you start out, it's not clear up front. But I think the more that you contextualize your message, the more that you help people, the more you work with specific clients. Like again, I didn't want to set out to work with entrepreneurs because somebody told me entrepreneurs don't have any money. And so, and so I said, stay away from the entrepreneurs. And in fact, it's funny, but it's true, right? But but then I realized that those were the people that for me were resonating with my message and that I was drawn to. And so I felt like I had to really understand how I wanted to show up as a coach. And there's and who I didn't want to work with. I think that was a big part. It just wasn't who I wanted to work with, it's who did I not want to work with. And that helped me to really get clear and build and grow a coaching business.
And what has attracted you to Progreda and using the Progreda platform?
Yeah, I think for me, what it was, I met Andy. We both spoke on stage in 2021, and we were literally sitting next to each other. And he said to me, he told me about his program, and I said, "Well, you know what? When it's up, call me." And said because at the time he was still, I think he was still as he was developing it. Um, and so I was just, I think, impressed with Andy and the way that he thinks, and knowing if this is somebody who of his caliber is doing this kind of stuff and he has the resources, then why not take the risk? Why not jump in? And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. I think it's been an amazing not only platform, but it has so much potential. And I think I'm excited because now when you have the right platform, you can see other opportunities that maybe you were thinking about now have a place to live and breathe. Whereas before, it might have just be an idea or a concept, but now having the right platform to bring things together is a game changer. And so for me, that's what drew me to Progreda. I was using other platforms. I won't give any names of other platforms I was on for the sake of the podcast. But I was on other platforms, and so I kind of knew what I was looking for. I kind of knew how I wanted to see certain things. And I think as a business owner, you have to know those things. And again, it's a learning curve, right? Like you have to know your business and how it's going to operate and function. So for me, I found this to be a key and an answer for me in growing my business.
Yeah. And I know I did, some of your onboarding with you, and you've also worked with the rest of the team. How do you describe your onboarding process? And as well as how did you find starting using Progreda? Because I know it's such a vast platform. I know it's scary. What was your experience with it?
Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed, because there's so much opportunity, right? Like overwhelmed just isn't like it's just too much. Think about it. If it's too much, that means that there's space and capacity. And so I think for me, from the onboarding with the team, and you guys were so good in terms of like how you guys were communicating and cross connecting and making sure that you guys were following suit. It was me and my crazy schedule that held some things back, and losing my voice for 3 weeks was brutal. And I went through this whole journey, but nonetheless, the team was very supportive. They were very much, Andy, in he reached out to me a few times to just encourage me because I was kind of just trying to like stay on path. Lori was phenomenal. I believe is Felice and Marty Carr and you, Myra. Like there's so many amazing people that are part of the journey. And I think that's what's so powerful is that you can't do this by yourself. You need a team of people. You need professionals who understand the space and who are going to encourage you and help you to accelerate and fast track where you want to go. And so for me, it was the process. I tell Andy all the time. I said, "Man, you guys are so spot on in terms of how you are seeing this project through and helping to make business owners like myself feel like we're listened to and that we're cared about." And so I really appreciated that.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure working with you. I don't think you realize, but I actually was there with Lori when she like did the first call with you, but I was like in the
Yeah.
background. So I've seen your project kind of play out at
Yeah.
different parts. Um, and I know, we host your course through Progretta, and that's, where you house it. What made you decide to do a course for your business?
Yeah, I wanted to build something that, as I was thinking about, our Speak More Academy, there's so many things that I need to share. Again, as a professional, I needed something to be evergreen. I needed something to live beyond just what somebody could access me. As I'm I don't want to say I'm a high ticket coach, but I kind of am a high ticket coach. And so some of the coaching that I do, folks may say, "Man, how do I get access to what he's saying or what he's teaching and what he's putting down?" And so I figured, the best way to do that is to put it in the course, is to put it in something that I know can generate revenue, that we can streamline, that there was all these other things that we know that are market, intentional in terms of like the strategy, that this was a good strategy for me. And so I'm glad I did that because, I think there's so much potential. I think this can grow phenomenally. I think that we can really have some massive numbers in terms of not just volume and people purchasing the course and being involved in our community, but also just growing the revenue side and growing the team. And everything is a trickle down effect. And it all starts with having the right place and platform, to host that. And so for me, there's just so much excitement about what we're doing with it and how this something like Progreda is going to really help us to accomplish that. And again, there's so many features, like you said, from messaging to campaigns to walking pushing people from them coming in your system through the sales pipeline. There's so many things you can do, and so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, so what is one feature that either surprised you or you've enjoyed using or want to start using more? Because I know there's so much on there, so it's really you have so many options.
I think automation, I think like the text feature, or the DM automation, type in the word, setting up the triggers. I think to me, in our head, that's how we would like things to go, right? Like, or just send me a message and you'll get this and you'll get this. Well, what if you actually could set it up that way, right?
Mhm.
And so in Progreda, you're able to do that. And I think that has been a really cool feature for me personally, because it just makes I'm very spontaneous and I'm in the moment. So I want to make sure that when I feel something, I want somebody to respond, I need to put that call to action out there. So that feature is great.
Yeah, I do believe like our automations through the DMs, that's really great because a lot of business now it's on social media. Like if you're not on social media, your business, like where is it? Um, how
100%.
have how has COVID affected the way you do business?
Yeah, I think bringing everything online, automating, creating, again, Andy dropped a gem. I was on a call. We were on I think it was an Instagram live. It was Instagram live. And he said, if you want to take things off your plate, says educate, delegate, and automate. And I was like, that's so good. I've been saying that everywhere. I even put that on my Twitter. Like I didn't tag him. I probably should tag. He probably be like, stop stealing my stuff, right? But
He's
I
gonna
should
come
tag.
after you now.
You know what? I might have to repost that. A matter of fact, I'm gonna go repost that. I totally forgot that he gave me that. But he needs to get credit for that because he's absolutely right. I think when you do those things, I think when Andy speaks, he speaks in systems. And so when I look at Progreda is really a birth child of Andy's the way he thinks. It's really his brain in a system. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I'm thinking about it right now in my head. I'm like, yeah, that really does make a lot of sense. He's very like logical, mythological like that.
Yeah, he's very
So that's really
strategic.
funny.
Exactly. And so I think in that sense, he could be some I'm deleting it from my Instagram. I should have tagged him. I'm like, you know what? He's gonna see that. He's gonna be like, why is Benny stealing my stuff? And I never like to do that. Andy, I got you. I'm gonna repost it and tag you.
He's gonna make it on a shirt.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But I think Progretta literally is like, how powerful is that to see a something that people use that you thought of in your head, or that you like again, and even if the system was there, he made it better. And even if you know what I mean, like that's what creativity and invention does. It takes an idea and makes it better. Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally agree with that. So with Progretta, what have you found on the platform that has helped you strategize for your business?
Yeah. Um, hmm. I think that the trigger feature, again, going back to that, but even also in the email campaign, right? So if you got one thing that sets up an email campaign, and we know that as tedious as it is writing emails and doing that. And shout out to those who do that, because that's definitely not my gift. And so, just being able to streamline everything and to simplify your process and to see the integration, right? The integration is what's important. The integration between the features. I like that we're now using more calendar features, and my VA is helping me to really figure that out. And shout out to all the VAs as well. I'm telling you, there's no way, no way, no way. They are the unsung heroes of all of our businesses. Anyway, but so I think that the integration of the calendars, the text feature, the pipelines, and obviously hosting your website, all of those, along with yeah, just making it easier. And again, it's again spending time in Progreda, knowing the product store, right? Knowing how to position your offers, setting up the simple upsell, all of those things. Again, I didn't sign up to be a digital marketer or any of those things, but I realized that if I want to be a business owner, I need to know how my systems operate. And so for me, that's what I really appreciated about it.
And what advice do you have to other business owners and other entrepreneurs who, they're thinking about getting a CRM, but they don't want to risk it or they don't think it's worth it? What would you tell them?
Yeah, I think if you have a big vision, you got to make a big investment. You know what I mean? I think if you and you have to believe in yourself, and I think you have to believe in a system that works for you, and you have to also see who is it working for, right? Like the proof is in the pudding, right? Who is it working for, and how is it working for them? And so I think for those, I would recommend Progreda. I left another software to come to Progreda, and I don't see myself leaving. Unless something else. No, I'm just kidding. Let me shut up. All right. So, but you might want to delete that from the podcast. But they're just saying, like, no, but this has been a really, really eye opener for me. And, my VA is learning the system. She's watching the videos. We're sending the tickets when we don't know something and we're figuring it out. And so for me, I just think that there's a learning curve. And I know as any other system, like any other software, like anything else, you make improvements, you do another version, you revamp it, you make it faster, more efficient. And so I think there's a lot of potential in this Progretta software for sure.
Yeah, and then I know you did mention VAs and Audate Media also, we deal with VAs too and getting them for businesses. I know a lot of business owners out there that I've talked to, and dealt with as well. They're also thinking about a VA, and I guess what has your experience been with
Hurry
VAs?
up and get one. Hurry up and get one. Make it easier. Again, it's I think like today, my virtual assistant, she messaged me and she goes, I think we need to figure this out. I think we need to do this with your calendar. And I was like, yeah, we do. And I've been knowing that. But but now you got somebody to snitch on me, right? But I think if you want to get there faster, farther, and more efficiently and more focused, get a VA. And again, you know, I had been working on a VA for a while that had reached out to me, so we decided to work with her. But work with this team here at Audate Media. They have folks who they've trained, they're working with. There's so many people that Again, Andy has figured out, and not just Andy, the team has figured out how to make the system work well. You know what I mean? How to troubleshoot. Andy's somebody who, again, as someone who's leading his company, I just have so much faith and confidence in. And if he doesn't figure it out, or he has to figure it out, he'll find a way to figure it out. And I think that's the kind of spirit and energy that you can tell is throughout the team, and that builds a lot of confidence in people like me who are looking to be part of something that we know helps us to solve a problem as well. So, yeah, by all means, make that decision, make that investment. It's a good one. It's worth it.
Yeah, I think a lot of entrepreneurs, they're at first scared to invest in their business, and it's a lot of a I can do it attitude, which some people can, like, good for those who can do it. But I think you showcase that it's okay to ask for help, it's okay to pay for that extra help. It's sometimes you need those extra pair of eyes, that accountability.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
And as you move forward, to your journey, what are your goals with Progretta? Like, what do you hope to get from Progretta in the upcoming months or
Yeah.
years?
Yeah, I hope to have to use that thing so much that I have to hire somebody to just focus on Progreda. I mean, they're literally but I mean, I see many things, not just one course that we have, but multiple courses. I see my coaching certification that we're going to do next year being hosted in this platform. Again, the integration with the payments, the calendars, the follow ups, the triggers, building your team out there. There's so much that I already see that is within my capacity. It's just a matter of building it out, right? Like anything else, you can have a great ideas, but if you don't build it out, you're not going to build on anything. So I just think for the future, there's so many things that we're going to do, and I just look forward to seeing all the systems run. I think every business wants to feel like their systems are running on all cylinders, and so I think it's just a matter of making that happen.
And I can't wait for that to happen for you and,
Yeah.
keep happening. I know you say you just did a challenge. And I also, cause I got an email from it actually, cause I'm in your contacts list. So how'd that go? And with using Progreda and all that outreach and fun stuff?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, we had a lot of folks reach out to us. We've closed already a few $1,000s, which I'm excited about, even from people who came from the challenge and folks who said, let's book a strategy call. People who are getting ready to buy also into our Speak More Academy. And again, we've only been in pre-sale mode. That's it. We've not officially launched. And so that's what's been exciting. We've had so much traction, and so, yeah, the challenge was another thing. Again, looking at our systems, seeing what could we have done better? How can we set more automations, more features, more email sequences? Like, how do we nurture our community? And so, I think being able to do that efficiently is the goal for us. And so, yeah, I think it's just more things to build out, and that's exciting.
Yeah, I know. When I saw the email, I was like, oh, that fun. Like, I was like, I wonder how that went.
Yeah, no, it
Um,
was great. It was great. A lot of there's a few testimonials we put already on Instagram, and these were folks who went through our Speak More and Monetize, as well as our VIP sessions that they paid to be a part of. So that was great.
yeah, and I know we built out your monetized landing page, right?
Yep, yep. Well, you guys built out we built out the triggers in there, and
Mhm.
we built out our Speak More page for the Speak More Academy is what we're making a few revisions, but nonetheless, you guys built that out, and so we're excited about once we launch that page will be fully functioning as well as all the automations. And again, we're going to be setting up more automations. I got to speak this week, and we have an ebook, and we're using Progreda to have everyone text the word ebook. And they're going to be the first ones to get a download on our wait list of people who get the ebook coming out this Friday.
It's Friday, so yes, hopefully this comes out before that. So
I'm
if it
telling you.
does, or if it doesn't, I'm pretty sure that campaign will still be alive.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so how has using our text campaigns gone for you?
Yeah, that's gone great. Again, I just think being able to have that feature and it really be, so many different things you can do with it, I think just becomes as a business owner, it gives us more opportunity and gives us more peace of mind knowing that things could be operating even when it doesn't require you to physically be there. But if again, when you're doing all these things and everything's hitting on all cylinders, it's a win-win.
Exactly. You want to put it all away and drive. Um, but yeah, thank you for, joining us and giving your advice to those who, are questioning what to do next or how to get their business from, level 1 to, level 100.
I hear you.
So thank you very much for joining us. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Pleasure's all mine. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Okay.